Hello and welcome to Conversations. I'm your host today, David Allendorf. This is a show where we sit down and talk with some interesting people in the Tri-Valley, engaging in some interesting activities.
Académie de Beaux-Arts in Beirut, Lebanon, and that was the traditional education for an artist. In addition to that, I have acquired some skills in sculpture, and during that period, I was attached to both of them. And the three-dimensional actually is the byproduct of a combination of painting and sculpture put together. I wanted to do more of a workshop internationally, and my father did encourage me to do that.
So art runs in your family?
Well, it does through my mom. My mom is a very, she is born as an artist. She's the one who encouraged me. And my dad was a civil engineer, very technical, is the patriarch of a man, and he was somehow a little bit skeptical about fine arts, and he said, "Son, you're going to starve." Well, anyways, I did some workshop in France at the Vieux Antibes. This is a very nice workshop in the French Riviera. Then I did some work in Italy, Firenze, Rome, and Milan, and then from there I went to Vienna, and then to Kiel, Germany, and finally at the Museum School of Fine Arts in Boston, Massachusetts.
You have quite a background.
Well, yeah. I like exposure, and I am like a walking encyclopedia when it gets to fine arts and that kind of stuff.
How did the fine arts then transition into using recycled materials?
Well, that's very interesting, because this is a very interesting question. Actually, as I grew up, I got so much fond of nature. I found the secrecy of that Mother Nature, what kind of miracles it can do to everything in our endeavor to life. So I have seen a lot of exploitation in nature, cutting trees, exploring more oil, and people sometimes do forget that we are not eternalizing in this world. You know, our life on the cosmic path of life is like a strike of a match. It's so, you know, very short, very short. And I love nature, and I thought maybe I want to go through rediscovering things. Panache, for instance, that giraffe that you have there.
Co-host here today.
Yes, yeah. It's an interesting piece there, and it's made out of driftwood. And as I said, from a big pile, I was able to get those special pieces that naturally somehow they can fit together.
Now, do you consider yourself a conservationist now?
Oh, definitely, definitely. As I said, maybe I'm not active in the Greenpeace movement, but I am, in my heart, I am I like to have so much good intention about nature and conserving it.
Sure. Well, you know, we're here for the art today, so why don't we take a look at some of your artwork. This one, a lot of this stuff comes from your love of the beaches and that type of thing.
Exactly.
Why don't you describe a few of these here?
Well, actually, this mandarin fish, in fact, consists of 2 rocks that I have seen on the beach while I was doing my meditation on Laguna Beach and Newport Beach. And this is an oval rock, and this is a triangular rock. And put them together, that was the basis of creating this fish. This is a bear. In fact, the thing is, I call this Gilbert because my son's name is Gilbert, and there is a Jill and a bear together in this one, and made out of seashells. This one is a portion, that stallion, a portion of an engine that was to be disposed of.
What type of car engine did we use
I
there?
honestly don't know. I've seen this. I had the chance one time to have my oil change in my car, and I was sitting waiting for my turn to be done. And I asked the mechanic, listen, what are you going to do with that engine? And he said, well, do you need it? And said, yeah. I said, take the whole thing. So I said, no, I just took the pieces, those potential the pieces that eventually led me to do this stallion. And this is simply a coconut, a simple coconat. Out of that I made this porcupine fish. So you've got the filter pipe cleaners here.
Right.
Yeah,
now you said there's also some household items laying around that you could generate your art from there. You brought a few of those with you today. Show us some examples of those.
Like, for instance, a light bulb, I don't dispose of that very easily. So I made a squash out of that.
Right.
So that's how we recycle things.
And what's on the outside here?
These are actually beans, you know, regular beans. Another thing, this is like a piece of tropical fruit. I honestly don't know what's the exact name of it, but it's from the Shermaya fruits.
Kind of a robust husk on the outside there.
Yes, that was interesting, and it gave me the inspiration to do this hedgecock there, because it's the same thing from the bottom.
It looks appropriate. Looks like the...
And there is fun in that, and on the other hand, we are rediscovering things, something that we don't throw away.
How do you find that people respond to the art? First, the concept of recycle art.
Very much so, especially young people, young kids, because they are the results of pure potentiality. They are honest, sincere, and they grasp, and you should see they're flabbergasted when they come, and they like to touch. And everything in my artwork is touchable. So kids are fantastic, and they are the resource of our future generation.
Sure.
It really hurts me a lot that, you know, nowadays they are cutting down on the budget for arts and things like that.
Sure.
You know what? There is a saying, it says, a nation without art is a civilization doomed to fail.
Now, with that in mind, because of the funding to public schools, do you feel the need to maybe reach out on just a private scale?
That's one way of reaching out, and my heart is with them, and I think this is something priceless. You can make a bomb. You can make an airplane, and there is a price tag for that. But when it comes to be an artist, that's a priceless gift. It's a spiritual gift from God, from the he, the she, or the it, or whatever. But I'm sure there is a power there. And one of the facts that I would like to share with you is that the Lord has been generous enough with me. He gave me a 6-toe in my left foot.
Right.
And
so why don't you show people your signature on the back of your paintings here?
Well, my signature, in fact, when I was young, kids used to tease me a lot, and it's very cruel. What's called Bigfoot monster, whatever. But as I grew up, I said, gee, I felt comfortable with it, and I said, one of these days, I'm going to be proactive enough to use it for something positive.
Sure.
And it turned out to be the
and seal, count them. I saw them earlier. There's
the seal
there's
of
6
authenticity.
there.
Yes.
Yeah. So other than that, how do you think that your personality comes across in your art?
Well, my personality is the byproduct of arts. It's not something that I formed. It's something that I have, it's a residual thing of what I have been doing. It is something positive. I have the positive energy, and it keeps me on a day-to-day basis. How do you move a mountain? Chip by chip. And that's, I love the now. The future, we don't know about. The past is gone. And people lose their energy thinking about the future and the past. But the most beautiful thing is the present, because that's the real thing. I can pinch myself and say, ouch. But the future, you don't know where you are at, because it's in the imagination.
Now, it seems, you're contributing to the future not only by, using the children as a resource to kind of cultivate their own art, but also by using the resources of around you so that you're not using them for waste material.
Nature is the most prolific place for art supplies. It is there. All you have to do, just see rather than looking, and then rediscover things. Because everything that I have done, I did not create it. I rediscovered it. It has been there, waiting.
Now, you are of French, Lebanese, and Greek descent, and you
Yes.
said all that makes you an American, but does any of your cultural background kind of display itself in your art?
Well, besides the gourmet food that we have, yes, there are in every nation, in every country, there are good things and something that are not good enough. But I think I try to grab the beautiful things of what I had before and use it in here with the good things that I can get out from this country. So there isn't anything that is perfect per se, because perfection is for the Lord, but we always strive for excellence.
Absolutely. In fact, as you said, these are, sometimes things that people throw aside as scrap material and that type of thing, so people that wouldn't see perfection in that type of thing. So we have just got a little bit of time here, so your work will be on display in Livermore coming up here, correct?
Correct.
So we'll encourage people to get out and look for your work throughout the area in the Tri-Valley, and we appreciate you being here today and showing us your beautiful works of art. And that's it for today's conversations. We thank you for joining us. We'd like to thank both Alan Mode and Pierre